In the realm of Asgard, the mighty Thor, son of Odin, was renowned for his incredible strength and his weapon of choice, the mighty hammer known as Mjolnir. Crafted by the skilled dwarves, the hammer bestowed upon Thor the power to control thunder and lightning. With Mjolnir in his possession, Thor was unstoppable, and his presence brought peace and stability to the realms. However, one fateful day, while Thor slept in his chambers, his hammer vanished. Panic swept through Asgard as the gods realized the implications of this theft. Without Mjolnir, Thor was vulnerable, and the balance of power in the realms was at stake. Frantic to recover the stolen hammer, Thor sought the counsel of his father, Odin. Wise and all-knowing, Odin revealed that the culprit behind the theft was none other than Loki, the mischievous trickster god. Known for his cunning and shape-shifting abilities, Loki had long harbored envy and resentment towards Thor and sought to undermine his power. Determined to retrieve Mjolnir, Thor set foot in Jotunheim, the land of the giants. The harsh, frigid winds greeted him with an icy embrace. The terrain stretched out before him, vast and unforgiving, filled with treacherous mountains, deep ravines, and frozen wastelands. With his loyal companions, including the brave warrior Lady Sif and the cunning god Loki himself, Thor ventured into the treacherous realm. Their first obstacle came in the form of Skrymir, a colossal giant known for his cunning and strength. Skrymir taunted Thor and his companions, challenging them to a series of tests to prove their worth. Thor, ever eager to prove himself, accepted the challenge without hesitation. One by one, Thor faced Skrymir's challenges, showcasing his immense strength and unrivaled courage. He engaged in feats of physical prowess, toppling giant boulders, wrestling fearsome creatures, and even withstanding the brutal force of Skrymir's mighty blows. With each victory, Thor's determination grew, fueling his determination to reclaim Mjolnir. As they ventured deeper into Jotunheim, Thor and his companions encountered other giants who sought to impede their progress. They faced mountainous beings with impenetrable skin, frost giants armed with enchanted weapons, and cunning sorcerers who wielded powerful magic. Yet, Thor's thunderous strikes and Sif's skilled swordsmanship proved to be formidable forces against their adversaries, while Loki's trickery and illusions provided strategic advantages. Throughout their journey, Thor's connection to the elements of thunder and lightning resonated within Jotunheim. Storm clouds gathered overhead, crackling with electricity, as Thor unleashed his powers against their foes. His hammer, Mjolnir, became an extension of his will, striking with precision and unleashing devastating bolts of lightning that shook the very foundations of the realm. As they pressed on, Thor and his companions came face to face with Utgard Loki, the cunning king of the giants. Utgard Loki challenged them to a series of seemingly impossible tasks, testing their wit and mettle. Thor drank from a horn that seemed bottomless, attempting to empty it, but the liquid seemed to be never-ending. Lady Sif tried to outrun thought itself, but her efforts were in vain. Loki, known for his trickery, engaged in a battle of words and riddles, attempting to outsmart the wily Utgard Loki. Despite their best efforts, Thor and his companions realized that they had fallen victim to the giant's illusions and trickery. Utgard Loki revealed that their challenges were but illusions, meant to humble the gods and show their limitations. While Thor's pride was wounded, he remained resolute in his mission to retrieve Mjolnir and restore order. Finally, after their arduous journey, Thor and his companions stood before the grand and imposing lair of Thrym, the frost giant responsible for the theft of Mjolnir. The air was heavy with anticipation and tension, as the group prepared to confront the arrogant giant and retrieve the mighty hammer. Thrym, adorned in his frost-encrusted armor, exuded a sense of arrogance and greed. He reveled in his victory, confident that no one could challenge his authority. With a malicious grin, Thrym laid out his audacious demand. Freya, the goddess of beauty, was to become his bride in exchange for the return of Mjolnir. Thor's eyes blazed with fury, his grip on his makeshift disguise tightening. The mere thought of Freya being subjected to such a fate ignited a fire within him. Determined to deceive the giant and reclaim his beloved hammer, Thor and his companions hatched a daring plan. Thor, transformed into a stunning vision of beauty, and Loki, assuming the role of a loyal handmaiden, approached Thrym's grand hall. The giant's eyes widened with delight at the sight of the supposed bride, oblivious to the ruse unfolding before him. As the wedding feast commenced, Thrym eagerly anticipated the moment when he would claim his prize. Little did he know that the gods had set the stage for his ultimate downfall. The tension in the hall was palpable, and Thor struggled to maintain his disguise, seething with suppressed rage. Amidst the revelry, Thrym's attention shifted, and he couldn't resist boasting of his victory to his guests. Oblivious to the brewing storm, he leaned closer to his supposed bride, eager to revel in his triumph. The moment had come. With lightning coursing through his veins, Thor seized the opportunity. He cast aside his disguise, revealing his true form, the mighty god of thunder. Mjolnir, once lost to him, flew into his outstretched hand, drawn by the power of his presence. Chaos erupted in the hall as Thrym and his allies recoiled in fear and disbelief. Thor unleashed his wrath upon the giant, his hammer striking with a force that shook the foundations of Thrym's domain. Frost giants scattered, their ranks shattered by the thunderous fury of the god they had underestimated. Loki, the trickster god, reveled in the chaos that erupted within Thrym's lair. With a mischievous gleam in his eyes, he darted among the frost giants, his movements like a shadow. With each encounter, Loki sowed seeds of doubt and confusion, exploiting their vulnerabilities and turning them against one another. His silver tongue whispered deceptions, amplifying the disarray among Thrym's forces. Lady Sif, renowned for her warrior prowess, joined the fray with a fierce determination. Her sword, gleaming like a streak of lightning, cut through the ranks of the frost giants with deadly precision. She danced through the chaos, her movements a graceful yet lethal ballet. Frost giants fell before her, their icy forms shattered by her skill and resolve. Meanwhile, Thor's fury intensified with each thunderous strike of Mjolnir. The weight of his hammer amplified his strength, and he unleashed his anger upon Thrym's defenses. Thunderbolts crackled through the air, shattering the icy walls of the lair and scattering shards in all directions. The very ground trembled beneath the force of his blows. Thrym, once arrogant and drunk with power, found himself overwhelmed by the might of the god he had dared to challenge. His once imposing stature crumbled under the relentless assault of Thor's thunderbolts. No longer able to muster a coherent defense, he stumbled backward, his confidence shattered, and his forces in disarray. Thor pressed forward, fueled by a righteous wrath that surged through his veins. The giant's feeble attempts to counter his attacks proved futile, as Mjolnir continued to rain down upon him with unyielding force. Thrym's dominion, once a symbol of his power, now lay in ruins around him. With a final thunderous blow, Thor struck down Thrym, bringing the giant to his knees. The once proud ruler, humbled and defeated, could do nothing but gaze up at the triumphant god who had bested him. Thrym's grasp on the stolen hammer was broken, and its return to Thor signified not only the restoration of balance but also the defeat of the forces that dared to challenge the gods. The hall reverberated with the echoes of victory as Thor, Loki, and Lady Sif stood united amidst the wreckage of Thrym's lair. Their combined strength, cunning, and skill had proven victorious, reaffirming the indomitable power of the gods. The stolen hammer had been reclaimed, and its return to Thor's hand filled him with a renewed sense of purpose and responsibility. As they made their way back to Asgard, Thor's heart swelled with a mixture of pride and gratitude. His companions had proven their loyalty and courage, standing by his side throughout the perilous journey. The theft of his hammer had tested their mettle, revealing the strength of their bond and their unwavering commitment to the cause. Thor returned to Asgard, Mjolnir firmly in his grasp, ready to resume his role as the protector of the realms. The theft of his hammer had only served to strengthen his resolve and deepen his understanding of the importance of his duty. The tale of the theft of Thor's hammer would be forever etched in the annals of Norse mythology. It would serve as a testament to the indomitable spirit of the gods, their unwavering determination, and the unbreakable bonds that united them in the face of adversity. If you enjoy listening to ancient myths and legends, Don't forget to like and subscribe to see more videos.